Nebraska's playing Michigan this week. I bet it'll be a fun, close, and competitive football game. Well, welcome back to another episode of your favorite college football recap show. Now, I missed you last week. I know that hurts a lot of you, and I apologize. I really do. But don't worry about it. It'll never, ever happen again. Probably. We're going to start the show the same way we do every week. We're going to talk about the top 10, how they fared. Let's start with the Crimson Tide of Alabama. It's like any team, no matter how good they seem on paper, whenever they stack up against Nick Saban's Crimson Tide, it looks like the JV team, not even the JT, a peewee football team going against a varsity high school football team. That's what it looks like every week. Props to Texas A&M. They did a little bit. They tried. But Bama easily wins this one, 45-23. Next up, we got Georgia taking on Missouri. So, a little bit of SEC battle. Could be some fun stuff. I remember Missouri fans were saying Drew Lock was, get this, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, possible Heisman candidate. Yeah, how'd that turn out for you? Bulldogs. Big. It's Alabama, Georgia, everybody else in the SEC. LSU's moving up, but they don't have an offense. We'll get to them. Moving on to number 3, the Clemson Tigers. They're an ACC play, and they are taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and you could probably guess how that fared. Clemson wins big, 49-21. Keep going down that list. Ohio State gets back their coach to play Tulane. Props on the new logo. It looks like I don't even know what, I was going to have a joke there, but I think the joke is the logo itself, isn't it? Yeah, they crushed them, 49-6. Oklahoma had a bit of a scare. Salute to Army. They came out to play. This game went to overtime. Oklahoma barely beats Army 28-21. A defensive stop saved their season. So props to Army, man. I really enjoy it when these service teams are good. I mean, I know Navy's been pretty good the last few years. I like it when they're good. It's better for everybody. Maybe it's the Patriot in me. America! Moving on to LSU. Now, they're not playing anybody big this time. They're not playing Auburn. They're not playing Miami. They beat Louisiana Tech. Good for them. Now, this is the one I really wanted to talk about at the top 10. Number 7, Stanford, goes into Eugene, Oregon, playing the Ducks. The Ducks are on a rebuild. They're building what they've had with the foundation. They don't have Willie Taggart anymore. Yeah, that turned out great for them. And this was a game that I didn't even watch most of it because by halftime, Oregon's winning 24-7. Everybody's happy. I mean, this play happens.
C.J. Burdett headed to the house. Ducks score for a third.
And then out of nowhere, Stanford manages to win this game in overtime. Oregon fumbled the ball after they got a first down that would have put this game away. Just kneel it, man. Goes to overtime. Stanford wins. The dude didn't even look like he was trying when he scored a touchdown. Oregon. Oof. At least Nebraska didn't even have a chance in that game. Oregon, you got your hearts just ripped out of your chest while beating. Next up is Notre Dame, and let's be honest, there's only one thing to talk about with this game. They won this game big, but there's only one thing you really want to talk about.
There's the field goal team on the field. The holder, Dom Maggio, wondering where Nick Skiba is. It was an unexpected outcome, at least for the kicker.
Yeah.
You had one job. We move on to Auburn, taking on Arkansas. They win this one easily. There was no contest. Auburn still looking strong. We'll see what happens. Penn State had a bit of a scare. At one point, the world almost exploded because Illinois was winning in a Big Ten game against Penn State. Number 10 Penn State. Now, they've had a few scares throughout the season. We'll see what happens next week when they take on the Buckeyes. But they managed to figure it out. They win this one huge, 63-24. And that is the wrap-up for the top 10. Again, not a lot's changing. We're not really seeing a lot of upsets. We're seeing close scares, but we're not really seeing a lot of upsets. So hopefully as the season progresses, we get more college football. I don't want to talk about Nebraska, but I will very briefly. Cheers. Why do I even have High Life? So here's what I'm going to take away from what happened in Ann Arbor. Many of you know, if you're already at this YouTube channel, you can go back and listen to it. I did a almost 10-minute segment of the Audible talking about how it was important to trust Scott Frost, the sky's not falling, things will be better kind of things. And I agree with Scott Frost. He said in his press conference, this will truly be the bottom. I think that's true. This is a culture change that isn't a few years in the making. This goes back to 2003. Like, since the firing of Frank Solich, Nebraska's culture has not been the same. It just hasn't been the same team. This team hasn't been relevant since 97, the last time they won a title. It's just the facts. And it's going to take a lot of time to bring that back. I think he's the guy to do it. People also need to understand the old, cliche, Rome wasn't built in a day. That being said, holy cow, does Michigan look really good. And I got to say, Boston College and Nebraska, because Boston College finally gets ranked for the first time in forever, it seems like, and they get crushed by Purdue. So I think Nebraska and Boston College were the sacrificial lambs for the Big Ten Conference to make everybody remember, oh yeah, the Big Ten is still pretty damn good. And another thing I want to talk about, Virginia Tech. Oh boy, Virginia Tech. How do you do this? How do you lose to Old Dominion? Old Dominion, ODU, who's only been in Division I, like FBS, for, 5 years now? And they didn't just win. They put up 49 points on Bud Foster's defense. 49 points! They could have just ran the clock out. They did something Oregon should have done and scored a touchdown.
Here, Quacks goes rolling. He wants the end zone. Quacks inside the 10. He stretches, and he adds in an exclamation point for Old Dominion.
Oh, boy, how does this happen? This is Appalachian State level upset. This is a new bar. Like, holy cow. I still can't believe it. 49 points to Old Dominion, to the Monarchs. Oh, remember how everybody was on this hokey hype train after they whipped Willie Taggart's butt? Yeah, shows you that's not that impressive, doesn't it? And you lose to ODU. Much like the SEC, there's only 2 teams. ACC's got Clemson, and that's it. That is it. I will say there was one saving grace of this weekend. Nebraska it was a public execution for Nebraska, but Iowa lost. So there's that. Thank you so much for watching College Football Hangover. I really do love making this show for you guys, and I hope you guys keep watching it. I want to try and bring it to you every week. I'm doing the best I can with that. If I can't, maybe I'll get Derek to get off his ass and make some of this for you, because I know he could do it. If I could do it, he could do it, right? Anyways, take care of yourselves. If you need to, get some help, because this is going to be a long season. This is not an easy schedule. Imagine if Michigan can do that, imagine what Ohio State's going to do. Ho, 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 ho. And if you like what you see here, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Oh, hack of the week. I almost forgot. I was in the middle of an outro. The hack of the week is the whole entire Oregon offense. No, I'm kidding. Oregon's offensive coordinator. I'm not even going to take the time to look him up, because what are you doing, man? Running the ball? You won the game. Your win probability was 99%. According to ESPN, your win probability was 99%, and you screwed it up. Thumbs up this video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell, so when you do, you get more notifications like this show, Loud and Opinionated itself, or the Audible. Have a great day.